Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 16 Minutes, a weekly show here at CNT where we will cover a range of topics, including politics, lifestyle, pop culture, business, health, and science. I am your host, Nigel Worcestershire, and tonight, with campaign season coming to a close and a new gubernatorial administration upon us, we'll sit down with Governor Elect Vlad Tod and Lieutenant Governor Elect Karmen McKenzie as we take a 16-minute look into our third Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight from the Zancudo Food Bank off Route 68 in Harmony, and we are here with Governor-elect and Lieutenant Governor Vlad Tod and Karmen McKenzie. And how are you two this evening?
Doing all right. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic, thank you. And yourself, Governor-elect Tod?
I can't complain. How are you?
Sure thing, mate. Congratulations again from all of us at CNT, all right, in nailing this election down. How are you two feeling right now, coming out of campaign season, getting ready for the inauguration?
We're very, very much relieved that the toughest portion of the political season is over.
And how are you feeling, Lieutenant Governor? How does it feel to have nailed this election down?
I'm super relieved, honestly. I hate the campaign portion. It's just the job that I love. It'll help people. So I've already been working hard. The inauguration plan for everybody. Hopefully it's going to be a good time.
Absolutely. And now that campaign season is behind us, it's time for the real work to get underway. Can you guys lay out for us this evening, what's the 30-day plan for the Tod McKenzie administration?
Well, basically, we are already setting up meetings, mostly booked next week, to discuss transition periods, talking with everybody who was in the previous cabinet, reappoint people or appoint new people as needed, and then also talk to those who did not make it into the government positions they ran for, make sure that whatever policies they ran for still gets heard, and we direct them to the right people to begin making those policies and ideas a reality.
Absolutely. And in that first 30 days, is there a specific piece of legislation you guys want to see come out in that first 30 days? Or is it mainly getting the gears in place?
For me, I'm working diligently with the judiciary and the law enforcement and DOJ and PDO to kind of tie up some loose ends with the Speedy Trial Act. There were some concerns that I had voiced during the campaign about some things we missed with expectations on what is considered breaking your bail. Things like treason and terrorism were not included, so I would definitely want to get those included to make sure that we don't have any other loopholes that haven't been accounted for. But I'll go ahead and let Vlad talk about what he wants to start doing.
So, like I said before, we're getting meetings going with a variety of different people, ranging from cabinet members to those who ran for office previously, just to make sure that their policies get heard. We're also working on a new San Andreas holiday, Princess Robot Bubblegum. That'll be the last Saturday of every January. And we're pushing that through as new.
Excuse me, mate. What was that, Governor-elect Tod? Run that by us one more time for the people at home that didn't catch that, didn't have their DVRs set.
Princess Robot Bubblegum Day will be an official San Andreas holiday, which will be annually the last Saturday of every January.
And the last Saturday of every January.
Correct.
Annual holiday. You've had it here first, ladies and gentlemen, all right? And one more time, Governor-elect Tod, Princess Robot Bubblegum Day. Princess Robot Bubblegum Day, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Mark your calendars. New San Andrean holiday coming your way from the new administration. So, Governor-elect Tod, how do you feel your campaign went, mate? Tell us about some of the ups and downs you guys have seen out there running this election.
It was a very hard-fought battle. Cole and Oliver did amazingly, as did Andre Johnson and Jennifer Salison. Both candidates had amazing ideas that we are reaching out to them just to make sure that they don't get left out on anything. We do
You're going to make
intend on
sure any
working with them.
policies that they found keen to are going to come to fruition, mate. Is that what you're saying here tonight on 16 Minutes?
We'll work on that. Not making any promises, just because there are certain things that might have to be tweaked I guess logistics sake. But yeah,
Yeah,
we will be.
essentially.
Yep.
Yeah, essentially, we're going to have meetings. We'll have representatives there, so that way anything that is actionable and that we can actually go ahead and start putting into a bill. We already have the people there to start working on that, and then we can discuss the ideas that are had that maybe won't work, why they won't work, and if there's anything left of that idea that could potentially bloom into something new. Sometimes you have to realize that you set yourself a goal that is the sky, and you find a mountain along the way that works just perfectly for everyone involved. It may not be the sky, but it is a happy medium, and that's kind of where we're at. Taking out those big ideas and making them into.
That is a very admirable take from your administration. Is there a specific piece of legislation that either one of you have had your eyes on from one of your running opposition, I guess I would say?
Yeah, there was actually a couple of people that advocated for tighter regulations on how you can hunt, such things like not using pistols. It's has to the animals. It doesn't kill them as fastly. It is unnecessary whenever the hunting rifle can do the job just fine. So we're going to be advocating for that. I've already spoken to Ranger Command and in regards to that legislation, how hard it would be to implement, to regulate, and they said not hard at all. So that's probably an easy one for us to go ahead and get on the books.
Mhm.
I know that Mr. Zimmerman was also talking about copyright law. He's already got a rough draft of that in place, so I don't foresee that being an issue either. So things of this nature. There's obviously going to be some that are going to take a little bit longer to work out, but the ones that are solid and can be implemented in a quicker pace, that'll be a priority the first month.
Absolutely. It sounds like the administration is hard at work already. Haven't even seen inauguration day yet. So I commend both of you. Absolutely. It sounds like you're doing a great job right out of the gate.
We appreciate that.
I was working behind the counter, and some asshole handed me some counterfeit bills. I called the police, and they arrested me. I fought for a public defender.
I was just in a friendly competition, and I hit a Go Postal truck.
You're under arrest.
I should ask for a public.
A great man once said that just because you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. We believe that until proven guilty, any man, woman, and child in this great country is innocent. Don't just surrender, ask for a public defender.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the two of you. How did you two come together and start this campaign? Where did the roots of this thing come from? You guys want to take us through that journey a little bit?
Do you want me to start that one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
We've hit on
So-
something here, ladies and gentlemen. Right.
Okay, so obviously it's no secret, but maybe not a known fact that I have been into MCs. And I met Vlad during my time in Legion, and we didn't really know each other well, but we grew to know each other better whenever I left Legion. He gave me a place to kind of start again with helping him out with the club and the resort. Obviously, I was still chief of staff at the time, on my way to lieutenant governor, but if anybody knows me, I don't just do one job. So I kind of needed something to fill my time between scheduling appointments and the nature of the job of chief of staff. So he gave me the opportunity. I started working to help develop some more of the business model for the Paradise Resort Club that he owns. And then, for whatever reason, he saw fit to ask me to be his lieutenant governor. And I struggled to come to a yes, eventually gave in. I love doing the job. And I believed in his vision and his path and his commanding to be able to effectively get the job done.
Absolutely, with pipes like those, Governor Elect Tod could just command a room, right? Absolutely.
And just
I mean,
just to piggyback off of that, if you don't mind. So when I had Karmen help me out with the resort, I had made mention of my previous endeavors of becoming lieutenant governor under Jennifer Salison, I think now 5, maybe 6 months ago. And she asked me what some of my ideas were, and I brought it to her attention, and she told it to me how it was, just like she did with the resort and all my ideas with the resort. She was very blunt and honest, told me what it is I could and couldn't do, and if it could be done, what it is we can do to go about doing that. So just having that checks and balances, just I'm not going to say chemistry, more or less that teamwork that we have already. I couldn't really think of a better option for someone to be my LT.
Quite the team you did have on the campaign trail. What would you attribute? Would you say is there a defining factor of the campaign that you ran that contributed the most to your success?
If I'm being honest, it's going to be the fact that we're ready to fight for the things that we believe in, to stand up for ourselves and for the people of San Andreas, but we are also humble enough to listen and admit when we're wrong and work to make change for the better.
And we've got, change is going to be upon us with this new administration. I can tell already some of the things you've laid out for us just tonight and some of the things that we've heard on the campaign trail. It is a very exciting time for San Andreans with the new governorship. Is this going to be a one and done administration? Do you guys plan on running again? I know it is early to say, but they say as soon as campaign season's over, another one begins anew, right?
I honestly can't answer that quite yet, because this is me coming off of the fuss that was the campaign trail, and just thinking about that, I think both me and Karmen can say that was very excruciating.
Absolutely, to say the least, right?
Go on.
I am absolutely ready to go again.
Well,
campaign trail sucks.
There you go. Well,
it's worth it for the good that we can do for the state. So I'm down. I don't know if he is, but I'm down.
No, so if you're down, then we're in this together. So am I.
So we're absolutely taking that as an official announcement, right? This is not going to be a one and done administration. You're going to be seeing more from the Todd McKenzie campaign over the next 4 months and further. Absolutely. So I can't ignore where we're standing here, all right? And I haven't given you a platform to speak to us about it yet. Tell us a little bit about the people at home, about where we are. What is the Zancudo Food Bank? What have you guys got going on here? It's very exciting. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so this is a pet project of mine. I started in November. The idea that we have been struggling with, me and Drake, who is part of Paxton and Paxton, we have been talking about writing legislation for nonprofits, how that would look, how that would operate. I spoke to Josh about it, and he gave me the unfortunate truths and the hard truths about how getting it to function would take a lot of work. There's a lot of steps they would have to make to ensure that it wasn't fraudulently claimed as nonprofits, any other business comes through, and have regulations in place. So with that in mind, I understood the challenges, I understood the fears, and so I decided to make a proof of concept. So I made the food bank, which was an inspiration given to me by Grace Stone, actually. And we had looked around for farmhouses and all these things. And eventually I saw this church and I'm like, why not there? In my hometown, all the food banks I knew about were operated out of churches. It just made sense.
Absolutely.
This place was done to that. The person who owned it previously couldn't afford it anymore. I was able to assist and take it off their hands. And then we began the Zancudo Food Bank. It has an email list that anybody is welcome to join. There you will find a way to volunteer time, money, objects, food, of course. Whatever it is that you feel you can offer to give back, you'll be able to see our finances. It's publicly available. Everything that's donated is tracked. You can see where it comes in, where it goes, every last bit of it. We plan to, in the future, when it is possible and when we're able, to try and work with law enforcement to offer community service programs. We also offer the monitoring of time donations, where you're volunteering as signs that you are giving back to the community. If you're working for an expungement and to better yourself, it's a multifaceted thing. We are in contact with DHS. They know that we're here, we're available, we want to help out. And this food truck that was donated to us by King Jackson is going to be utilized a lot more often. We will actually be at Legion Square on February 1st between 8 and 9 p.m.
February 1st between 8 and 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Keep your eyes peeled, all right, for the Zancudo Food Bank current food drive coming up February 1st, right, from 8 to 9 p.m. Absolutely. And keep your eyes peeled for volunteering opportunities, community service opportunities. All right. Donations are always open, and we encourage you to do so if you're able to. All right. Reach out to the contact information. We'll post it somewhere around the video here as well for 16 minutes. All right. And in the Tod McKenzie administration already bringing about change here, and it's not even inauguration day. Fantastic job, you two. All right. And I absolutely wish you guys the best. And I'm very excited to see what comes out of your administration. All right.
Thank you so much, Nigel. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. I thank you both for taking the time, ladies and gentlemen at home. Governor Elect Vlad Tod and Lieutenant Governor Elect Karmen McKenzie. Thank you for tuning in tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with our third congressional session set to be sworn in on Sunday, January 23rd. The Tod McKenzie administration has laid out some exciting things for us tonight to look forward to, from specific pieces of legislation and reform laid out here tonight to announcing plans for a second term and the opening of the Zancudo Food Bank on February 1st in Legion Square. What the next 4 months holds in store for this administration is anyone's guess, but one thing is for certain: they're ready for the challenge and they're ready to get to work for you. Join us next week as we take a 16-minute recap into the legacy of outgoing Governor James Paxton. For CNT, I have been your host, Nigel Worcestershire, and this has been 16 Minutes.